Hi, I'm Heidi from Garden Crossings, and today we're going to take you for a walk through the shipping system. It's been a while since we've been back here in our shipping area. But let's go ahead and start off by just showing you the shipping process. I know some of you are new to our channel and have not seen a video on this before, so this will be something that we are glad to show you so that you can have confidence if you are looking to buy any plants, just what they go through before they arrive to your door. Garden Crossings is an online garden center, as well as having our retail garden center here in Zeeland, Michigan. So if you're local or if you're from afar, we can get our plants to you no matter where you are. So let's go ahead and take a look at the process. So earlier on today, the team was out in the greenhouse and they pulled all of the plants here into the shipping area. So unfortunately, we're going to miss that part, but they went through and grabbed a ton of plants that were needed for today's order. They've been brought up here to our shipping barn where now these plants are getting cleaned up and they're going to get cleaned. They're going to get divided out by customer and then they're going to put into the boxes for shipping. So let's take a look at the first step here, the cleanup process that's done here in our shipping barn. So Kelly and Abby are here doing what we call like prepping the plants, getting them cleaned up, trimmed up, whatever may need to be done for these plants before they get sent down to the shipping line. So they're making sure that these plants look good before they get tucked away in the boxes. So that might be trimming off a leaf that's brown. It might be trimming a plant down if a plant's too tall. We do frequently trim our plants, usually out in the greenhouses every 2 to 3 weeks. And right now we're kind of at the point where we need to get back out there and get some trimming done. So that does create a little bit more work here at this point in the shipping process because they're also doing trimming a little bit. So for example, we're shipping out a ton of hardy hibiscus this week. It's summerific week. And so the hibiscus are getting fairly tall. They're a little bit tender at the top. So as you can see, Abby is just kind of nipping them back a little bit so that they're about what we like to call tag height. We do that because that creates more branching on this plant, and more branching will result in more flowers once it gets to your garden. So it starts off looking something like this, and this is what she's trimming it to. So you can see how that's kind of a little bit soft and spindly. This makes it nice and full. So if you do get a plant that has been trimmed, we are very intentional with the trimming that we do here at Garden Crossings. We look at our bucket of trimmings and we see things like this. If there's a flower that's pretty much a spent bloom, we don't want to send you a spent bloom. We're going to trim that off because this isn't going to look very pretty when you get your plants. So those are the type of things they're looking for as they are cleaning up and getting these plants prepped and ready. The next step is what we call our put-away area. So once the plants are all clean, they're going to all get divided out by customer. At this point, a customer is just a number. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next step. So we're now in our put-away area, and they're either working off of a giant screen or they have a handheld computer that's telling them where the plants need to go. As we take a step back, we'll look at these trays and we'll notice that all of these trays are numbered. So at this point, each customer is assigned a number. If you have just one plant, you might just have one number. If you have 100 plants, you're gonna have maybe 10 trays or 10 numbers. So this is the step that everything is divided out. So every plant has a unique barcode on it. And the unique barcode is telling us what plant is in this pot, the week it was planted, the greenhouse that it's in, and what else do we got in here? The size of the pot. So this here is a Virginia. Look at this thing. This one is peppermint patty. Isn't that a beauty? Oh my word. Can you imagine this in your shade garden? Obviously somebody has imagined it in their shade garden because they are ordering a ton of peppermint patty. So that's just one of the varieties. Heuchera. This here is the Heuchera Wild Rose. Love the beautiful foliage on Wild Rose. So we're excited to get this shipped out into somebody's garden as well. When they get finished with scanning all of the plants that are being sent down to them on this track, the computer will tell them if all the plants have properly gotten into the right trays or not. If they have plants left, they sometimes have to troubleshoot and figure out where is it supposed to go. So this is kind of like a double check in a triple check system. So accuracy is very important to us, so we do a triple check system. The first check is when they're out in the greenhouse pulling the plants. We have to make sure they have the right amount. The check here is getting the right plants into the right trays, and we're going to head down to shipping to see the triple check to again make for sure that the customers are getting the right plants. The triple check system is where Jackie is scanning every tray. That's populating the order based off of the tray number. It's bringing up all the plants that the customers ordered. She is scanning each and every pot to that order to make sure that the right plants were put in the trays. So this is where if anything along the way has gotten into the wrong place, this is where she's catching it. This is a pretty much foolproof system about 99.8% of the time. Rare occasions if something slipped through. But her job is really, all jobs are important, but her job is one of the most important jobs to make sure that the right plants are going into the box. Speaking of boxes, we have a gal that is creating the boxes. We have I think 6 or so different box sizes here at Garden Crossings, depending on the plants, how many plants are ordered. So we have another screen that is saying what size boxes are needed for the plants that are heading down the track. So Emily here is making all of the boxes and is sending them down her conveyor system to the packager, and that way the packager has the right size plant once the plants arrive to her on her conveyor belt. So all of the plants get put into a paper sleeve where they then get inserted into the box. Each box has compartments in it, so we're going to show you in just a second. I don't want to ruin her rhythm here a minute, so we're going to let her finish this box. Whoa, hold on. So every box has compartments in it. That way if one plant jumbles around in shipping, it's not going to affect any of the other plants. But they are packed nice and tight that very little movement ever happens within the box. We do have to take into account FedEx and what they're doing with the transit on their part. We've been very happy with our FedEx shipments, but I must say, on those rare occasions, boxes do get tossed about. And if there is any issues that you have, just let us know right away, because we want to make sure that we take care of whatever the issue is. We do our part here, and once they're on the FedEx truck, it's in their hands. But we want to make sure that we make it right if something does happen to your plants in shipping. Let's head on down to the boxing station. So now we're to the boxing station. So the plants, once they're packaged, get sent up to the roller track and inserted into our paper machine. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments on our shipping process, please feel free to leave them below. If you're new to our channel, we welcome you to subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm Heidi from Garden Crossings.